Hey everyone. Oh, my microphone is way too far away right now. That's better. So I finally, earlier today actually, I just hooked up an older router that my family used to use um, to our network so that I can have a decent wireless connection. And so far, it's been mostly fine. I've had one ping spike up to around 300, but that's nowhere near the 4,000 that I was getting before. So I'm actually able to do stuff again. Hey DCP, hey Max. For some reason YouTube is saying I'm still online, or I'm still offline. Let me just refresh that. Okay, that fixed it. Okay. So this is a little earlier than usual. I'm still sending out my various announcements. I have missed doing these streams. I just realized that I forgot to open up Restream. There we go. There's that. And I just need to send out a Twitter notification. I went to Twitter. Why is it opening Reddit? There we go. What? Yeah. All right. Well, I'll just be one moment. I just started the stream, PJ. God damn it. Okay, dude, I am attempting to do a community gaming night with Mountain Blade Warband. If you had a computer, I'd invite you to join, but you don't. I understand. I understand that you are just calling to bother me. But seriously, man. Damn it, PJ. All right, I'll talk. Yeah, I'll talk to you later. I know. I'm still going to wind up talking to you later. I mean, tomorrow is later, and you usually call on Sundays. Okay, I'll see you later, PJ. I'm not telling them that. And that was PJ's interruption for today. Just realized that I forgot to put Warband into windowed mode. Let's see. I really wish that I had actually thought to do my setup beforehand, but that would require me to actually have my shit together. That's not a thing that I can do. Can I not window... Can I not window this game? Maybe I need to restart it. I'm sorry, guys. I had really expected to actually have my shit together and start right away. But of course, this is me, and that's not allowed to happen. There we go, start windowed. There we go. Start window does not mean that I want to see a goddamn file window. Hey, Primducks. I just realized that I had the wrong... Or no. And I realized that I forgot to add in my... And I need to resize it again. Over here works. No, it's fine, Primducks. That is a yeah. I can't talk tonight. And I realized that I have the music off. Okay. isn't it capturing Mountain Blade? Oh, because I was trying to capture the original Mountain Blade and not Warband. There we go. So here's the information for anyone who wants to join. The server name is my username, Cloak and Dagger. The game password is Community Night. All one word, C and N are capitalized. Huh, I can actually still edit it from this. It's going to be a Nords versus Vaegirs team deathmatch to start. I'm going to bump the maximum number of players to 50. Number of bots in Team 1. I'll put 15 bots in each. Because bots are great. They're dumb, but they're great. Okay, map time limit. Half an hour seems fine. I'll bump... Oh, no. I'm not doing point limit like that. I'll bump it to 500. 5 seconds is fine. I'll bump starting gold to 1,000. Oh, wait, that's percentage. Starting gold percentage? 100%, sure. I think that's 1,000. That's a weird way. It should just do that as a number. No pulls to ban, but pulls to kick is fine. No forcing minimum armor. That would be stupid. Okay. And we're starting. I just need to close that. Yep. This is a really fun game, Primdux. I chose it because it also goes for cheap. Like, it's $10 normal, and it goes down to, like, I want to say... it goes down to like $1 or $2 on sales, so I highly recommend grabbing it. It runs on anything. Which is, you know, I picked it. It's not really worth that. I will, however, bump my shield to a heavy shield. Go away, printer notifications. I think I'll bump that up to a two-handed axe instead. Let's go two-handed war axe. Yeah, that's a good start. Hopefully some people will join in as the match goes on. It'd be rather boring watching me fight bots all day. It's a little different from what I normally stream. And probably... So how's everyone in chat doing tonight? I really hope that I didn't say forget a step or anything. I probably should have listed this as a public game, or listed this with the official game servers. Might have made it a little easier to find, and it would have... Definitely would have made it a little easier to find. Actually, I probably should have skipped the password, honestly. No real point in it when this is supposed to be a public match. That'll be something to keep in mind for next time. Wow, that's a lot of archers. I tend to like playing through this game with very heavy armor. Although I really don't like playing cavalry. It feels downright uncomfortable. So it kind of tends to get forced on me in the campaign. Ah, well. YouTube chat is surprisingly quiet tonight. Usually it seems there's more people in it. That's fine. I forgot how much I like the music in this game. I mean, I suppose normally I stream at like 2 in the morning instead of later at night like this. So there is that. A lot of my usual crowd isn't awake at the moment. And I really didn't think to announce this more beforehand. I'm getting mobbed. Let's see about upgrading some of my gear. See, I've got that one. Some weight, slightly better. Can I afford? No, I cannot afford that. Actually, I can't afford anything right now. I think I died a little too quickly. The AI in this game is not terribly good when it comes to combat. There's a reason that it's fairly well known for its multiplayer. Of which which hasn't really begun today. Okay, I should really be dead here. That fixed that. Yeah, I think if no one joins by the end of this match, I'm going to stop and remove the password that I put in, because clearly that was not the right... Clearly, it'd be better if I just left the server open if I want people to join. Internet problems are the worst, Max. You haven't really missed a whole lot. I'm basically just wandering around here, in an empty server, fighting bots. I'm glad I put in the bots, or this would be really boring. I guess it reset the map. I could have sworn that I'd set the map to Desert Town and not Ruins. Ruins is far too open for me. I like the cramped close quarters fighting in this game. Oh shit. Yeah, that horseman came out of nowhere. I think I'm gonna go with my axe for a bit. Maybe I should buy an extra shield so that I've got one on my back and one in the hand when I'm using my sword. That might be a decent idea. Get back here. Get back here, I want to cut you in half. I see you over there. Let's see if I can afford some better equipment. Kinda, sorta. Not really. Yeah. Not enough to be worth it. out of all the default loadouts, I tend to prefer the the Nord's Huskarl loadout. Alright. See you later, Primdox. I didn't even notice this place up here. My god, even the AI has tunnel vision snipers. It's amazing. So I'm getting a few dropped frames, but it's nowhere near as bad as it was before. I actually have a majority stable connection, which is such a nice change. Should be good. I've never actually played the multiplayer in this game before today. I've mostly played the campaign. Well, I say campaign. It's a big open sandbox of medieval trading and world domination. It's fun. Very worth a try. My shield is starting to break. I need to get out of here. I need to be anywhere but here. Holy shit, I should not have survived that. past the halfway mark on points. And we've only been streaming for, what? Maybe 20 minutes. I know Bannerlord should be coming out within, what, a year or two now at this point. So that'll be nice. It should look a fair bit nicer than this one. This is, what, a 10-year-old game now. It's showing its age a little. Not a lot, but a little. Oh, that's not a place I want to be. Oh well. Oh, nice. I do love that shields are an actual fixed object and not just a thing that allows you to have a blocking state. It's a nice change of pace from some other games. Hey, somebody. Welcome to the stream. Yes, I have enough to bump up to the long axe. That's it. Oop, that's one of mine. So that's... So 1... treats. So that treats it as a polearm, and that's an axe. Nice. Oh, fuck you. Fuck all of you. Somehow I took no damage from that. I go. I've still got a fair amount of money left. Probably not for long, but still. Hey, awesome gamer. An enemy. If only I'd realized that sooner. And it's an archer. I need to learn that archers are not a thing that you run straight at. Hey, Tyler. I'm still waiting for people to join in. Bots are getting a little boring at this point. I'm doing alright. How about you? Not seeing anyone. Oh, there we go. Huh. I think it does a little more damage as a polearm, too. Hey, White Wolf. Now people are starting to stream in. Just a quick reminder that this is a server that I've set up. If people want to join, the name of the server is Cloak and Dagger. It shouldn't be on the server list, but I believe you can just put in a server name and join. I'm going to be putting it on the server list after this match, because clearly that's not working. Stupid printer status monitor keeps popping up. I've done that before with a couple of series. I always get sad when I run out of videos to binge. I need to work on my spacing. What killed me? I also need to work on not spending all of my money on one or two things. This game is Mount and Blade Warband. And I'm going back to... Oh, cool. Put this in... Oh, right, because it resets the server name every time you... password so that people can just join. Yeah, the game is Mount and Blade Warband. It has a single player and multiplayer mode. The single player mode is a sandbox sort of medieval world that you can wander around and trade in and get into fights, and it's a lot of fun. And the multiplayer is a big open battlefield. Life is okay for the moment, White Wolf. I hooked up another router, and it's not amazing, but it's more stable than the one I was... But it seems to be providing me a more stable connection than what I was using. So I'll take that. Be a little better. Yeah, I prefer automatic mouse movement. And I'll bump up combat. I'm gonna bump up combat gold a little bit to make it easier to keep what you've got. There we go. That's a good way to look at it. Okay. Now that we're doing close quarters, I'm a little less annoyed by horsemen. And also archers, but mostly. I figured you meant of. I mean... Yes, CQC with a fucking long axe. Because polearms are the best when you get into melee combat. Like, there's no debate. If you know how to use a polearm, everyone you're fighting is now already fucked. And also, the long axe is fucking OP in this game. It is like a 1 or 2 hit kill on most opponents. I think I'll save for a little bit before I actually go and buy significantly better equipment. I really need to get around to actually mounting this. I have a spearhead, and I have a long ashwood pole, and I've gotten it I've gotten the pole prepared, but I keep forgetting to actually mount the spearhead onto it. Also, here's one of my favorite things about Mount and Blade. Right now I'm using this as an axe. Now I'm using it as a polearm. Axe, polearm. If a thing is marked as being two different potential kinds of weapon, you can use it as two different potential kinds of weapon, and they have distinct movesets. Because that's how things work. Because you're holding it differently. You're not going to be able to swing it the same way. And polearm variation is just a one-hit kill. White Wolf, this game costs, I think, $10 at regular, and frequently goes on sale for like $5 or less. It has a really big competitive scene, apparently, and is also just incredibly fun to just screw around with in single player. And I'm planning on doing some single player streams of it at some point. The AI is not terribly smart. Yeah. I do not miss having a, family computer. Yeah, this game came out, I think, about 10 years ago, I want to say. It's available on Steam and Good Old Games, and Bannerlord, the next one, is coming out, like, within a year or two, I think? I hope? Shit. Oh, also, White Wolf, another thing you'll love. Shields count as actual objects in the world instead of just giving you some kind of blocking state. So, if you're wearing a shield on your back, like this, arrows that hit your back hit the shield. You can carry around two shields and have one on your back and one on your arm. There's an advantage to using a shield even if you're carrying two-handed weapons. Ow. It's probably one of the best games for good medieval combat that I've seen. It's a little clunky, the animations are a little weird, but overall it works. And it's also made to be incredibly heavily modded. So, do you want Siege Warfare to become insanely bullshit? Like it actually is? You can do that. Hey TC, the next mod I'm about to mention, you might really like if you haven't heard of it already, the Mount and Blade Game of Thrones mod, which puts it into Westeros. Shit. I'm getting run over by horses. I think there's even a Star Wars mod. I have never watched or read any of the... Well, I can't say that I haven't watched any of it anymore. TC and PJ made me watch an episode. It was okay. It's not my thing. I think I'm about ready to up my equipment 5,000? Yeah, let's go. Bandit armor. Warlord helmet. Okay. I'll bump the Warlord helmet down to a Huskarl helmet. Put this up to a Great Axe. That to there. I'll put those down to Chaucer's. Let's go mail mittens. And I got 300 more to spend. Anything that's 300, that's only 300 more? That's free. Yeah. There we go. Well, I'm glad you're starting to enjoy it. Shit. I enjoy having regulars. It's nice actually having people to hang around and talk to. Since I tend to sit around my house all day, doing pretty much nothing. Yeah, I'm gonna want my shield for this. It was still one episode more than I really intended to watch of Game of Thrones. Huh, I didn't actually notice that. I moved my shit. I didn't even notice that I moved the shield up and down. The attention to detail in this game is absolutely amazing, and I might need to find a way to up my vertical sensitivity without upping my horizontal sensitivity. Actually, they might be separate sliders in this game. If they are, that's amazing foresight. So many horses just sitting around now. I've never played PlanetSide on the PS2. I used to play on the PC a little bit, but that was back before I really had my good computer, and they made all the updates that everyone hates. By the time I actually thought to pick it up on my new computer, like how you no longer get to conquer the entire continent. Which is, like, isn't that the whole point of PlanetSide? That feels like an odd choice. And also, of course, I used to play with my friend Vince, who I haven't talked to in a while. He used to, basically, he'd find a new MMO that he really liked. And, you know, I'd join in with him, and you know, he'd get really into it, and then I'd join in. But of course, by the time I joined in, he was pretty much done with the game, or he was, like, nearing being done with the game, and then by the time I'd caught up to wherever he was, because usually it was an MMO and he'd already done a fair amount in it, like, he would just abandon the game, and it was like, okay, I'm not far enough in to have any investment. The only person I was intending to play with is no longer playing. That's... I mean, he knew that I was... I mean, he kind of knew that I was going to insult the combat that I saw, because most of the combat in that episode was stupid. Be a little fucked here. Actually, I think that at this point, can I up myself to the best equipment I can have? I can. And screw it, let's just carry around two Huskarl shields. I am a turtle. If this were on an open field, I would be completely screwed right now, because I'm too weighed down to properly move. I mean, not, like, properly move, but I'm slow. So he's just being PJ, right? It's PJ being PJ. Yeah, that is incredibly normal for PJTC. He already did his usual stream interruption just after I started. I'm fully expecting him to interrupt again now that we're talking about him. Given how many naked people I saw running around earlier, I'm probably doing the opposite of the meta. I'm going to assume that the meta of this game is to run around completely naked and just dodge all the attacks. But that is not my way. My way is the way of the turtle. Exactly, Tyler. Given that they might wind up canceling the Nerf War I was going to be attending tomorrow, this is a good substitute. Oh, this was a bad idea. That's gonna be PJ. I know that's going to be PJ. No? It's gonna turn out to be PJ on someone else's phone. I will survive! Save me! Stupid horse. Yeah, it is Nerf wars are amazing. But this one is basically getting rained out, it looks like. Because it's been raining here all day, and it's going to be raining tomorrow as well. Huh. That's a lot of things sticking out of there. Yes. Nerf wars are amazing. They're a ton of fun. If there's a group nearby you, and there probably is, because they're all over, I highly recommend attending. Most of them have loner blasters, even if you don't have one of your own, so you can get a feel for it. And if not, you know, you can pick up a strong arm or a retaliator. For like between 10 and 20 bucks, or find something decent at a thrift store. I got super into the modding scene too. I'm trying to get my Sentinel back from someone else. I left it there a while ago, and neither of us have been able to attend the same war for like a few months now. I'm really trying to get that thing back, because I've still got work I need to do on it. It's a lever action thing. It's a Busby blaster, because Busby is still around and actually making good things now. The one that I attend, because you know, it's a public group, and if anyone watching this happens to be in the area, the group goes by a couple of different names and has throughout its life. I believe the current name of the group is Philanerphia, the Philadelphia Area Nerf Club. It's also gone by PA Nerf, Keystone Nerf Troop, and a couple of others. It's that same number again. This is starting to get a little annoying. I wish I could mute the home phone in my room, but that's not a doable thing. And also, Australia has a really big Nerf scene, and I know I've got a few Australian viewers. Australia has a really big Nerf scene because paintball and airsoft are both banned. Oh, I'm really equipped in the best of everything. Okay, nice. I'm okay with that. May switch to the other. I'm trying to use the 5. Yeah. I mean, you can't buy an air gun, but actually you can get Australia, you can get guns. Guns are not outlawed. They are very strict on they're very strict on their gun laws, but you can actually get guns. Oh, nice. Yeah. And I mean, I think depending on your And I think depending on, like, where you are, you can also get, you know, rifles. I'm not entirely clear on all of Australia's rules on the subject, so don't take my word for it. And if you want actual information on it, please do actual research and don't take my word. I'm not sure if they ban air guns. I know they ban airsoft and they ban paintball, but I'm not sure if they ban like BB guns and things like that, because the U.S. actually has like 3 sort of classifications. There's like things like paintball and airsoft are not classified as, or are not classified as anything. Then there's like some mild restrictions on air-powered guns. Not particularly heavy restrictions, but they do exist. Like you have to be 18 to buy one. Things like that. And given some things like, there's 50 cal air guns that can be used for big game hunting. Those are an actual thing. But because they're air powered, you can get them unregulated as long as you're 18. Like, that's an actual thing. They're expensive, but you can get them. It's kind of ridiculous. And I'm a little bit tempted to get one just on general principle of how stupid that is. Ow. Stupid horses! I'm very tempted to just start killing the dismounted horses. They are becoming a nuisance. They are a nuisance animal in this city. Some cities have rat problems. This city has a horse problem. But yeah, back on the topic of Nerf wars we were going on earlier. I've actually been thinking of getting like a small action cam, like a GoPro or something like that, and like recording some of the wars. I even made a playlist recently of music that I'm going to put on my PSP. I got a little USB battery pack, so I'm going to hook up my USB speakers to the battery, my USB powered speakers to the battery pack. And oh, PJ, this is what I think of your protests. Yeah, the 50 cal air guns are ridiculous. I mean, it is fair in that you can only fire one shot at a time. And apparently, like, they're not magazine fed or anything, so it's not like you've got someone going around with a 50 cal air gun with, like, a 20-round box magazine. And you do have to pressurize it after every shot. I believe. Like, their tank is not able to hold more than a few rounds worth of air. There's even one with a suppressor. And, like, every once in a while I watch some of Demolition Ranch's videos, just to see some of the ridiculous and stupid shit that he does. Shit. Oh. Help. Help. Someone. Nope. Yeah. Well, not like every round, but like every few rounds. And it's not... And it does... And the air tank... The air tank does not use a pump. So you have to have an air compressor for one of those. So it is one of those things that's super impractical to just kind of carry around. So change the map to... Let's go Forest Hideout. I am the majority. You know what? I'm going to play Vagiers and go Archer. I mean, legally, in the US, you could get away with that. I forgot how... Oh, no, that's a friendly. Friendly fire is on for, Friendly fire is on for, teammates. Or for ranged on teammates. Shit. Who's shooting at me? Who's shooting at me from where? Him from there. So much for that. Well, I mean, you could, but yeah, you could. It's super impractical, but you could. Actually, even in Nerf, there's a lot of HPA stuff. I have seen a person carry an I've seen a person who set up an air compressor in a backpack and hooked it up to... It was either a Busby Destiny or a... Or a Nerf... Oh, what was it? Nerf... something. Nerf Rapid Fire, maybe? Jeez, I can't remember the name. Mag Strike. That's the name. I was getting it confused with the Rapid Fire 20. Yeah, I've seen a person like put an air compressor in a backpack and just hook it right up to that, and have it, you know, hooked up on an HPA feed. HPA is high pressure air. If that wasn't obvious enough. Shit. I need to get some armor. And just, you know, lug this thing around with them at wars. I've been thinking of doing that myself. I have a Boomco Rapid Madness. And what I really want to do with that thing is HPA it, and then hook it up to a backpack, and then carry it around as just my LMG. Just my support gun. Oh, hi. This is bad. Shit. I'm not good at this. No, I've blocked out most of that episode from my mind already. I legitimately don't remember. That's a hit. Yeah, it's a hit. I need to watch the kill feed to make sure that I've taken someone down. Oh, those are throwing axes. Those are not a thing that I want to deal with. Oh shit. Let's go to my equipment. Let's switch that to a falchion. I'm not good at archery in this game. Archery is very difficult. Once you learn it, it's incredibly useful, but it's not an easy thing to learn. Much like in real life. I've done some archery before. I've learned that I actually have I have an easier time pulling back a regular bow than I do a compound bow for some reason. Like, I had legitimate trouble with a compound bow. Oh gee, I wonder what PJ's upset about. I wonder, what could I have done in this entire stream that might make him mad? Come on, give me a... Whoa, shit that. Let's go for... or not. Damn it. I need to aim a little lower. Thought I saw someone right behind me for a moment. I also need to stop tunnel visioning. That's going to get me killed. Of course it was an archer. I've shot so many people in the knee. This is a warbow, though. That's... If you want to... They're not going to be walking after that. Like... This is... Like, a warbow has a few hundred pounds of draw weight. And it's... If that hits you in... If an arrow shot from a warbow hits you in the knee, you're losing that knee. And you might lose that leg. Oh, someone is shooting at me. No, someone is throwing javelins at me. Even better. Come on. Hold still, you prick. There we go. Oh shit. I think this just proves that Nords are just better than Vaegirs. I also need to get better at using the couched lance charge, which is complete bullshit in this game. And is an instant kill on everything. Oh yes, we're men! We're men in tights! I wish I could remember that entire musical bit. Come on. Hold still. See you later, White Wolf. Now, if your head's starting to hurt, look, take an ibuprofen or whatever. And, like, get some rest. Drink some water. Get out of the way, horse! Horses are nothing but trouble. They're legitimately the most annoying thing in this game. Wow. PJ is definitely mad at me tonight. No, PJ would not last 1 second on... PJ would not last 1 second doing stand-up. Stand-up is hell. Let's see about upping my arrows. Barbed arrows? That seems about right. I should probably... Let's get a leather jerkin. And an actual helmet. A helmet would be smart. For PJ to be a fanfic writer, he'd actually have to sit down at a computer and start typing. And PJ refuses to sit down at a computer to do anything. Because he has some hatred for computers for some arbitrary reason. Something hit me. Oh, there it is. Both of those things are severe overreactions to technology. I'm a terrible archer. I should really put the Swadians in so I can go with a crossbowman. Archery for the unskilled. Archery for the people who really shouldn't. Some more arrows. There we go. Twice the arrows. Yeah. No, apparently, like, the worst part is PJ apparently does have a computer at his house. He said that he does. He's allowed to use it because the issue that got him in trouble with the computer was long, long ago. But he refuses to. PJ is a technophobe. Okay, there is an archer somewhere that is shooting at me. Oh, there he is. Oh shit. Should probably walk around with the sword out instead of the bow. Yep, next hit kills me. Yep. Alright. If no one joins by the end of this round, I think I'll just join a public server and hang around there for a while. Because I feel like hitting some actual people. Ooh. Damn it. Okay. I'm not allowed to have... I'm not allowed to have a set of gloves. Oh, there's one over there. There's another somewhere else. Where the hell is he? There he is. No. That's not him. That's one of my own. PJ, since I know you're watching this, then why the... Oh, shit. Then why the hell will you not just get on a computer? Like a sensible human being. When so many of the things you do rather require a keyboard. Teammate. How did a horse get up here? No. No. Horse, go. Leave. Get out of... Ow. There, no. 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 Okay, we own this area for now. Screw off. Let me see. Hey, Deathclaw. Yeah, Max, I highly recommend, what's the trouble with your internet? Is your router going down? Do you know where the problem lies? I am creating the creation of Skyrim guards. No. The only reason I'm shooting them in the knees is because they won't be nice and drop their shields for me. The moment they do, I shoot them in the face. Or the chest. Or wherever it happens to work. So long as they die, I'll shoot them. Well, yeah, but like, where along the line is your internet going down? Is it an issue with your computer? Like, if you're using Wi-Fi, could it be trouble with the Wi-Fi adapter? Or maybe it's trouble with the router. Or possibly the trouble is somewhere else. There we go. Try looking up the model of router that you have and figure out what that button is. Also, look into replacing the router. Like, a good router goes a long way. Ow. Yeah. And once you find out what that button is, like, look up common issues with that model of router. Hey, Mega. I mean, I narrated the Old Man Henderson campaign, but yeah. A lot of people seem to assume that I'm in all of the campaigns that I narrate. I haven't actually been in any of the ones that I've read stories about. At least not yet. Sean is apparently planning on doing a write-up of a campaign called Justice Hobos that my memory is way too foggy on to actually read. Not read, to actually write. But once it's written out, I will have no trouble reading through that. That'll bring back some memories, good and bad. Wow, the Nords are still winning. Ooh, I will take those arrows. I forgot that I could loot the battlefield for ammunition. That would have been helpful earlier instead of rushing into enemy fire. Okay, who's shooting at me? That guy. Maybe? No. That guy. Not anymore. I know, I started doing a playthrough of this with Trent a little while ago. We made a character who wound up being Tommy Wiseau. I don't entirely remember why. Maybe I'll go back and watch that video at some point. If you say so. I just feel like I'm reading through. I'm just used to telling stories at this point. There's a lot of things about Tommy Wiseau. This particular one is just that Trent and I started playing a Mountain Blade game a while ago, and our character wound up looking like Tommy Wiseau, and we just named him Tommy Wiseau after that. Because why not? Shit. Nope. Go away. Shit. The only My Little Pony fanfiction I know of is Yahtzee in Equestria, and I'm not reading that. I mean, I know there's a whole bunch of them, and some of them are actually fairly well written. Because, you know, there's some decent writers out there. But that's the only one I really know of. Yeah, no, Yahtzee and Equestria. Okay. So this, I have no idea why it was written, but what I do know is that Gabriel Morton, who used to do videos with Yahtzee, the Let's Drown Out series, which I still really love and have never quite found a replacement for, since Yahtzee moved to the US. When they finished, basically, like, partway through their playthrough of Dark Souls 2, they started reading The Eye of Argon. Once they were done with that, Gabe wanted to find another terrible thing for them to read, so he looked up Yahtzee and Equestria, because he was sitting right next to the actual Yahtzee Croshaw. That was amazing. You have... You actually know how to use your shield, kind of. Yeah, no, Yahtzee moved to America, like, early 2016 now, actually. He moved to America, Let's Drown Out came to an end. He lives in California now, I want to say? I don't know. And he does, like, regular streams now, which are nowhere near as fun as Let's Drown Out was. Because it doesn't have him and Gabe yelling at each other over completely inconsequential shit. That was the best part. Oh. Alright, since no one's joining this one, I'm going to join a different... I'm just going to join another. But yeah, it was just absolutely ridiculous. It's amazing. Let's go with, what exactly is battle? I have no idea what battle is in terms of this. There's deathmatch. It's mostly deathmatch and such. Screw it. Let's join a siege. Let's hope that 112 isn't too high for this. Sarenids. Let's go with an archer. Really? Nomad bow and short bow. That's disappointing. I guess I'll switch to barbed arrows and... So that's just a little better. I tend not to use the stabbing, so that's... There we go. Now I'm actually fighting people. I joined a different server, but... I had to join a different server to do it, but I'm actually fighting people now. That could be interesting. Actually, maybe, you know, it might be fun to just do a collaborative writing stream at some point where, like, maybe like coming in with a story starter, and then just having people add on to it as it goes, and just seeing where that takes it. That might be fun. One out there. Okay. Oh shit. Okay, it looks like I need damn it. Succession games are fun. My favorite Succession game ever will always be Boat Murdered. Because goddamn, Boat Murdered is insane. Stay still. Stay still, you asshole. Whoop. Damn it. Why was no one watching the siege ladders? I mean, I say that, but really I should have been watching the siege ladders. And now they've got siege ladders that are set up, which is going to be rather dangerous. Where is that coming in? I can't tell. Fucking... Oh, that goes... There we go. This game is Mount and Blade Warband. I think it's about $10 on regular, and it goes on sale all the time for like 5 or less. 30-second respawn. That's a long time. You know, I might do Boat Murdered at some point now that I think about it. It was a very silly series. There's another one inside. At least I got a couple of hits on him. Jeez. I hate manual blocking. It is not a good method for this game. That's what you get for mocking me through text chat. Yes, this is the perfect map for cavalry. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, no, Mount and Blade is a, this is the multiplayer of it. And the multiplayer is very much like when you get into a fight in the overworld game. The single player is a sort of open world medieval sandbox, and it's absolutely amazing. Oh yeah, TC. One of the things you can do with horses in this game is the Couched Lance Charge. It takes the momentum of your horse and applies it to the lance you're holding, and it does horrible things to anyone who's hit by it. If you're smart and you buy a warhorse, oh, he's gonna try dropping. I'm not good at blocking in this game. The original one is very similar to Warband. The difference being that the original doesn't have multiplayer. The multiplayer was added later on. And I think there's some slight differences. There's some slight balance tweaks, a couple of extra things in Warband. Don't open the gate. Don't open the gate to go charging out at them. Oh good, he remembered to close the gate behind him. Now to find out how to get down. Why am I on the roof? Oh shit. But yeah, Warband is the one that is the one that most people play. It is a very good game. I just wish I were doing slightly better here. I wish they'd picked a better defending army, quite honestly. Because they picked the army with... They picked an army with... that is based around mounted combat in open fields, instead of an army that actually has competent ranged fighters. Fire and Sword is... Fire and Sword is another of the expansions. It's not hugely popular. There we go. It's overall mostly similar. It's set during the Napoleonic... No, not during the Napoleonic Wars. It's set during, it's set in, like, Eastern Europe with a bunch of different powers vying for a certain area. So, you know, there's Cossacks, there's the Kievan Rus, there's, the Polish. It's based on a book called With Fire and Sword. It's not bad, but it's not as popular as the other. And Warband, usually if you wind up getting Warband, you get the expansions too, which include, what is it, Napoleonic Wars, Viking Conquest, which actually has a story mode. Yeah, just let him get to the ladder. Oh, screw you. At this point, I think I'll buy some better equipment. Well, better armor at least. There really isn't any better equipment for this. For this class. I do use GOG. I have the original Mountain Blade on GOG because it was free for a little while. I've got Night in the Woods on there. Tyrion, which is a great free top-down shooter. Highly recommend it. Or not top-down shooter, vertical scrolling shooter. So like those old, you know, arcade games, like, what's it, the 19 games. Come on. Die, you asshole. Yes, I will take my arrows back. Yep. I think guys going for the siege ladders over here. Yep. Not on my watch. Come on, buddy. Nice. One of them probably got in over here during that. Whoop. They're trying to. Let's see if I can get that horse. Oh shit. I missed the archer. For a Zelda gamer, are you more of a fan of the old school or the old school ones like Link to the Past, or are you more into, say, Ocarina of Time and the newer ones? Both? Let's see. Let me think. I'm not really sure. Off the top of my head, really. I know there was a game a little while ago called Shipwrecked that I started playing that's... It's okay. It's a tiny bit disappointing, if I'm really honest. But it's okay. Why do people turn off the auto-directional block? You love Zelda too, huh? That is a really rare opinion. Hey, Killer Trout. Most of the people I've talked to really hate Zelda 2. Ooh, Ys? You might like Ys. That's spelled Y-S. That's the only one I can really think of off the top of my head. And even then, it's not quite what you're looking for, but it's not a bad... I think Zelda 2 is actually a decent game. It's not nearly as bad as its reputation tends to give it. That should have killed you. Oh, come on. Come on. At the very least, I killed him. Damn it. I'm going Nords. There we go. Yeah, the East games have been going on for ages. Am I... Okay, so I'm still on defense. You'd really think that the Nords would be offense for some reason, but no. Which direction are they attacking from? Probably not the cliffs. Probably not attacking from the cliffs. I tried playing the first East a long time ago, and I needed to try again. It feels a little awkward. It's not a bad port, but it's just a little bit awkward and takes some getting used to. So I didn't get super into it. So I'd say start with the beginning, which I cannot remember which one that is. I wish I could, but I can't. Alright, they just have the siege tower this time. This'll be easy. I'm going to be a sadistic motherfucker. Fuck you. Everyone sucks at Fortnite. It has a really weird it has a really awkward learning curve. Not that I know of. I haven't gotten super into East. I just know I knew a guy who was, and his best comparison for me was some, yeah. Come on, guys. This time's the charm. Okay, so that's the path that's gonna take. Batter up. Come on, guys. You guys coming, or? You guys coming, or what? That was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful. Did they give up on that, maybe? Other areas they're trying to invade from. No, it's just here, it seems. Oh, this is an old battered shield. It is the free shield that costs you nothing. The moment I get a little cash from some kills, I'm gonna upgrade to something worthwhile. Hey, buddy, I see you down there. Why don't you come over here and say hi? Ooh, did one of them get in? You're fighting. I think we have a guy inside the tower. Mega, actually, that was the point of tonight. I was trying to do a community game night, but no one joined the server. Well, killer, I have a two-handed weapon here. I also have a one-handed weapon. And also, shields are objects in the world, so wearing a shield on my back means that people trying to shoot me in the back aren't going to be able to. Did they give up, or... Clearly not, because the kill feed is still going, but I don't see anything. Oh, he's charging through the gates, I think. He's trying to. It's not hidden. It's in a sheath right on my belt there. Oh, someone got in. Where did they come from? Ah, there's the one who's shooting at me. Okay. Ninja Vikings. Ninja Commando Vikings falling from the sky. Damn it. Hold still, you asshole. Nope, he's dead. I think I'm going to switch... I think I'm going to switch to the archer. Switch that to a longbow. Ooh, butkins. Butkins are nice. But I'm just going to stick with barbed. And... just a regular Nordic sword. Actually, no. I'll go with the two-handed axe. Since I can't have a shield, why not? And some more arrows. And then a leather jerkin. And a cheap helmet. There we go. I was going to play this game because it's multiplayer. I had a server set up for, I think, 2 rounds. 2 or 3 rounds, and no one joined in, so I just kind of gave up and joined another public server. So this is also a public server, so if people feel like joining, they can. I wish I still had the name of the server up. Maybe now it's not under options. Server name. Oh, here. Server name is Siege Train. So if you want to join Siege Train. Yeah, I hear you on that, Mega. I did try to choose something that was, you know, on the affordable end of the spectrum, but I've realized I don't really play many free games anymore. There just haven't been as many that pique my interest. I might try Fortnite next month, but I don't know. Damn it. Yay. It'd also be nice to just have some more people on this server. Okay. I'm not not sure if I have Left 4 Dead 2. I know I have Left 4 Dead 1. I'm not sure about 2. I'm also not sure how I feel about, you know, large, or not large. I'm not sure how I feel about doing, like, really small, like, player sizes. I mean, I guess it wouldn't be a huge problem, given, I mean, you've seen how many people joined tonight, but, if he wants his horse back. Damn it. I'll hit you eventually. Ow. Who shot me? Who shot me? Damn it. This thing is just too inaccurate. Yeah. Yeah, I actually really like the lower number of people watching these streams. It's much nicer than having to sift through. How did none of those hit? It's much nicer than needing to sift through a massive, like, mess of a chat. Hey, buddy. Sorry, but you're not allowed. Come on. Ow. Ah, yes, that ancient Calrodic technology of red dot sites. Damn it. They've entered our castle. Nice. I actually got a kill. And then just randomly fired off an arrow. Thank you for giving me this excellent vantage point, guys. Ow. What the? That is some real good aiming you got there. Then again, I think they have better bows than Nords. Yeah, I mean, like, as long as I'm not getting, like, as long as I'm not way too, paying way too much attention to the game, I can pay good attention to chat, which is nice. I much prefer having a small group that I can talk to having a large group that I have to ignore because I can't keep track anymore. I think that's my corpse. Now I know where to go if I need some extra ammo. Damn printer. Good night. Ow, what the? Where'd that come from? I will say this is a much better defensive army than, who was it before? Someone who's not meant to be a defensive army. Close range bows are a terrible idea. And honestly, he should have pulled out his melee weapon. Wouldn't have done him a whole lot of good, but it would have done him better than whatever he was trying to do there. Get out of the way! I cannot provide ranged support if my own team is standing between me and my target. Whoa. There's a person in there. Come on, buddy. Oh, there's another one coming up. Don't need to chase. Oh shit. I do need to watch out for that though. Nope, can't let them get in. No, it's the Nords now. The Nords have a much better... The Nords actually have decent ranged weaponry. In terms of their longbows and their... Because they have longbows, but the last... I want to say it was the Vaegirs last time. I can't remember. Only had nomad bows, which kind of suck. Get back here, you asshole! Where'd you go? Come on. Oh yeah, go right ahead. That might be a fun thing to do in these streams. Of course, I'll start reading when I'm not about to be mobbed. And of course they've got an archer too. Shit. I woke up from underneath the tree I decided to sleep under the night before. Well, rather a bunch of trees. Since I was in a forest. Why was I alone in the middle of a forest? Let me tell you. Ah, yes. Clearly. He's certainly having some problems. Okay, I think we might somehow win this one again? I think it's to 3 points, so if we win a third, then this match is ours. No. I appreciate not being shot. The ever-watchful eye of the man you just slaughtered follows you. It's up to you, man. Oh, hey, we won. Somehow. Hey. I'm getting some lag spikes here. Should just be a moment before that clears up. There we go. Or not. Ow. Okay, and we're back. It's an actual spike. And not a horrific, complete and total ruination of my connection for the rest of the night. Isn't that something? Why won't you die? Well, I think the rest of my team has that one. Excellent. Yeah, that would probably be because the, yeah, that would probably be because I sent it during the lag spike. But now that the lag spike is over, everything is well and good. Everything is as it should be. Ow. Except for my guts. My guts are impaled upon an arrow. This team is being held up by 2 people. Ooh. I do love that beautiful, satisfying thunk when an arrow hits a person. Damn it. use the arrow slit. Maybe, but they're all in the wrong positions for it. Nope. Ooh, nice. Okay. I'm calling complete bullshit on that shot. I found myself rather wishing I hadn't woken up. Company party sure had done a number on me. You get back here. Welcome back, Trout. And that is why you don't leave horses alive. Yep, nope. I'm getting out of here. Horses for the horse god. There you are, buddy. Come on. Hold still, you fuckwit. Screw you. It's very frustrating how easily people shoot through the, What the hell do you mean the Saranid Sultanate captured the castle? I think we got this one last shot at least. I am getting massacred by some of these archers. It's rather frustrating. Damn it! How am I getting killed so easily? I might bring that down to that. Just so I can up. And I'm getting enough arrows. Yeah. This is annoying. Maybe that'll help, having better body armor. How is he getting nothing but headshots? That is rather insane. I guess we lose this one. Horseman still in here? Doesn't look like it. Hey, I actually got a kill. Something's gotta hit him. Stay still, you goddamn prick. What? respawn timer on this server is way too high. I could close into melee range, but also if I wanted to do that, I would use my preferred melee class. I think I'm gonna go for... I think I'm gonna switch to a different server at this point. Actually, I've been going for about 2 hours and 40 minutes at this point. I think that I might call it a... I think that I might have that be that for tonight. But now that my connection is actually working again, I can get back to doing my scheduled streams, and I can give Shadowrun another shot. I think I'll pick up on that. Probably not tomorrow night. I mean, or this morning, whatever. I'm probably just going to you know, pick up and stream at some point, probably within the next few days. Also, class has started up, so staying up late is not quite as much of an option as it was. That's a bit of a shame, but, you know. Either way. Yeah, and we can pick up on the story next time, too. I'll see you guys all later.